Listeners, boom. What the hell? It's Spicy Chicken Sammich.
Oh, shit.
We're back. We're in a new place. It probably sounds really good. If it doesn't, that really sucks.
We're all in the same room because they don't have a mic yet still. So I brought mine here.
Yeah.
But we're like super sorry.
We're super sorry.
So sorry to cover for your ass twice now.
But we'll fix it next time.
Yeah.
So,
Next time on Spicy Chicken Sammich. I'm your host for today. I'm Carter. Who are you guys? What's going on?
Nathaniel.
Hi, I'm Vink.
Nice. As heard from the 2 episodes ago, I mentioned that this episode is the survival episode. As you guys recall.
I recall that.
That.
So vividly.
2 months, but the memory is fresh.
Fresh in your mind.
Like I was there yesterday.
All right. I did give you guys homework. If you guys did it, I'll give you guys a bonus point. But if you guys don't have a story, I don't care. You guys get a cool survival story that's interesting?
I do.
You do? Nice.
I do. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah.
All right.
And let me pull the one I found up.
You know, I was raised pretty safe. I've never really been in a harrowing situation that warrants any sort of tall tale. But you know what? I have irresponsibly taken some substances. I hate to be constantly bringing that up, but I do think it is worth talking about. So last semester I was taking this pretty cool psychology.
Pretty cool psychoactive.
I'm taking some cool psychotics.
I was taking this cool psychology course, learning in memory. You know, it's really nice, chill stuff. Very applicable, very interesting. It's a class that I put a lot into and I got a lot out of as well. One day I decided to go in. It was a review day for an exam. I'm like, I already got this all pinned down. Like, it's all under my control. I know exactly what I'm going to do. So fuck it. You know, maybe I'll pop something in my mouth before I go. It's fine. I ride the bus there. It's like, it's no harm, no foul, right? Like 10 minutes go by and I'm starting to get hit by it because when you're using your brain and, you know, I'm trying to focus on the lecture, it'll kick in a lot faster. Like, you'll notice it creeping in. And so, it starts humble enough. I stare at the professor for like 2 minutes. And then when he looks up at me, I'm like, oh, fuck. I take a gulp of water. It's the most delicious fluid that's ever touched my lips. I should be taking notes right now, but these colors are really pretty.
Look at the pretty colors, Nathaniel.
I'm having the time of my life. Before long, the lecture ends. Like, yeah, you know what? Good day. Like, I'll go get some lunch and all that. And as I'm waiting for the bus, as it arrives, I'm like, oh, fuck, my vest. I go to get my vest. The professor's there. And he's like, well, he doesn't say anything. He's just there. I'm like, what's up, bro? And
cool as a cucumber. He suspects nothing.
Hey, man, how are you doing?
The second time I left my vest somewhere, the first time I did it, I was completely normal. And so this time I'm like, there's no good excuse for this. It happened again because I was irresponsible. And then we have like a really nice deep conversation because it's the learning and memory course. He's like, even though you're doing it on accident, you're more likely to do it again because you did it and now you did it again.
Yeah, it's like habit almost.
Yeah, he said it in a much more concise way than that. But yeah, wonderful conversation. We part ways. That's it. I survived leaving my vest.
Yeah, I was going to say, what does that have to do?
And waiting an additional 20 minutes for the bus.
Honestly, that might have been his dream scenario. Like, dude, this kid is baked. I could say anything and he'll be like, whoa.
Yeah, because I don't know if he knew, because he knew. Yeah, I'm sure he knew. Because usually it shows in my eyes. But I did come out of that with more respect for him, because it's like, wow, he jumped at the opportunity to like lay some knowledge on me about this very relevant topic. And I never left my vest again. I'll probably do it next semester. I got 2 semesters left before I'm done. I mean, I won't go to class baked. That's a terrible fucking idea for my last year. But
last day,
yeah, that's it. Not so much a survival story, but there were a couple minutes where I was really fighting for my life, trying to get all those notes down.
Okay.
So that's it. Did you like that? Was that funny?
Didn't find it funny, but I found it really interesting. So yeah, I'll give you the point for that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, when I think survival, I think only one place comes to mind as far as that. At least for me. Say it with me. Florida.
Waffle House.
Okay. There's
the same place.
There's 2 places. Maybe I'm wrong, but Florida. I just looked up Florida man and saw it came up because holy shit, it's a goddamn active war zone down there.
That always is.
This is from last year, November. Florida man survives bee attack and a 30-foot fall while tree trimming.
Oh no.
Damn.
John Christian was approximately 30 feet off the ground when he hit a beehive during a post-hurricane tree trimming job in Citrus County on Wednesday. I started hollering, help, and somebody said, jump! So I took off out the side of the machine. I fell 30 feet and hit the roof and rolled off the roof onto the ground. Them things just kept coming at me. And they have a photo, a very helpful photo, of him in a Chinook.
In a Chinook?
And just in a crane.
Oh, wow. Yeah, what a telling photo.
Yeah, he's circled in case you don't know which one is him. It's helpful. I think it adds a lot.
Jump!
He not only survived the vicious bee attack, but also the fall. He had no broken bones, no internal bleeding.
That's crazy.
Yeah, damn, dude's made of cast iron.
He's also has a bee allergy.
Oh, yeah, that would have done it.
Oh.
He got stung 120 times, 50 times in the face.
Damn! Damn!
According to the beehive guy.
The beehive guy?
When he got here to remove them and stuff, he told me so many stories that end up in tragedy. So this guy was, like, insanely lucky.
Yeah.
He survived.
I survived the bee nest in the tall tree.
I survived the bee nest.
That was pretty interesting. I gotta say, Florida people, they're super,
Yeah, they're built different.
Yeah.
That's the phrase I was going for.
They're made of weird,
what is it called? Bones?
They're made of bones.
I do have an extreme phobia to, like, wasps and stuff. Like, those things scare the shit out of me.
yeah, I mean, they're vengeful.
Oh, if this matters to you, referring to the honeycomb in the beehive, I guess. Their comb throughout the whole thing was extremely dark in color. There was no honey on it whatsoever.
What the fuck are they doing in there, then?
I don't know. I guess they were just waiting for their opportunity to fuck some Florida man up.
I swear, animals in Florida are fucking weird.
Oh, wait, that's relevant because that means they were probably killer bees.
Oh.
Man, bees in Florida don't... Oops, okay, never mind. Bees in Florida don't even make honey anymore. They just know sting, lie, and eat a hot chip.
What the fuck?
Charge they phone.
Charge they phone. All right, I'll give you a point for that. That was really interesting. Florida, am I right? Weird ass people. They fight bears and sewage, alligators and retirement homes.
I'm just envisioning somebody punching the water like, you son of a bitch! How could you?
Yeah, that's just sometimes where if you're just put into a situation like that, you just act without really doing anything. Like, imagine if you're just thrown into, like, a forest. Like, man, how long are you gonna fucking last, you know?
Are you trying to transition into the game right now?
Yeah, that's literally the game right now.
I can just tell by the way your voice is rising.
So it's like when you're in the woods and it's like danger. And there's like...
Oh my god!
But yeah, this is gonna be a survival episode where I'm gonna be putting Nate and Aidan in these dangerous conditions and they're gonna try to survive. Here are the rules. You guys are gonna be given a setting and a scenario, and your goal is to survive as long as possible. You are able to choose 3 items to survive the given scenario. You're given casual clothes, underwear, socks, and some tennis shoes from the start. You both are assumed to have basic survival skills and nothing more.
Okay.
You cannot assume that rescue will show up. The rules for the items are as follows. You cannot pick electronics. You cannot have phones, GPSs, or anything of the like. Maps aren't allowed. All of this area is unfamiliar terrain. You cannot choose a human being to join.
But I could recruit, like, a monkey.
You could recruit a monkey. Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Yep. You can choose items that can be dismantled, but you cannot choose items that are obviously 2 items. For example, a knife tied to a string is 2 items, a knife and a string. Easy enough, you know?
Okay.
Yes.
This is
Like, I'm going to be plugging these 3 items into ChatGPT, and that's the expert.
Okay.
That's the bee expert in this scenario.
ChatGPT gets to be the beehive guy?
Yeah,
God damn it.
I will tell ChatGPT the given scenario with your given items, and it will tell you how many days you have survived, followed by a narrative. Each day you survive, I will give you half a point. And if you survive for 20 days, that is the max number of points of 10.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Sure.
It's a little bit complicated, but
Let's just start.
Let's start. Here's the scenario. You find yourself in a remote alpine valley in the Colorado Rockies, early spring. Snow still clings to the north faces, and the air is razor thin. Daytime highs might reach 50 degrees Fahrenheit in the sun, but nights plummet to below freezing. Meltwater streams offer fresh drinking water, but they're ice cold and fast moving. The terrain is steep, firewood is wet, and the wind never stops screaming through the pines.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. Firstly, burqa.
Burqa. Ooh.
Big,
okay.
bulky burqa.
Why burqa?
To keep me warm.
To keep you warm. Okay. How do you spell burqa?
It probably doesn't matter that much.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring like a big frozen swordfish.
Big frozen swordfish, 6 servings. And?
You said no electronics.
No electronics, no.
Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Let's say, let's go box of matches.
Alright, a box of matches.
Like, I know firewood is wet, but I feel like I can still find creative ways to use that.
With 25 matches. Boom, boom. Alright, and here we go. Would you like to read it?
Dear God.
Just reading from that. It will go day by day.
Is that okay? This is gonna, oh my God, this is gonna take forever. Day 1, you wake to thin air and a chill that claws at your lungs. The burqa helps you stay warm and you find a sheltered spot near a windbreak of thick pines. Using a few matches, you manage to light a fire with some bark and drier twigs tucked beneath a fallen log.
Ooh.
You chip off a portion of the frozen swordfish and cook it slowly, conserving both fire and food. You drink meltwater from a stream, careful not to fall in. There's a lot of these, man.
Are there?
There's a lot of them.
Alright, let me read it. I'll read it.
I don't know if you should read all those.
I'll read them all.
Because, spoiler alert, that did a pretty damn good job for me.
Day 2. The fire is out. The frost coats the edges of your jeans. You use another match to get it going again, drying out damp twigs over the flame before building it stronger. You ration another portion of swordfish, aware that food is limited. The sun warms you briefly, but once it dips, the cold returns fiercely. A couple days later, another bitter night. Your breath fogs in the air even under the burqa. You start the fire with the 8th match, and it's getting harder each day. You try to dry your socks, which are stiff with cold. One more meal eaten. You gather firewood constantly. It's a battle between wetness and your shrinking match supply.
Never mind.
Day 8. No. During that time, you made snares or something, and no catches in your snares. Hunger gnaws at your core, but you force yourself to drink and gather wood. You ration 1 match again. Fire is the only comfort left. You think of heading downhill, but the steep, slick terrain and fatigue make that dangerous. Your body is weak. Rest is your only option.
Honk shoe.
You're like shivering and you're cold up there, and you're like... Day 12. Hallucinations flicker on the edge of your thoughts. You can't stand up today. You burn another match. Your only luxury left. The burqa is still warm, but your body is giving out. You lie still and hope for morning.
Yeah, we'll probably be mourning me pretty soon.
Day 13. You're too weak to gather wood or maintain the fire. You burn one of the last matches, trying anyway. Hunger is constant and overpowering. You wrap in a burqa and drift in and out of sleep, unsure of the time. This might be your final night.
Is it?
Yeah. You have survived 13 days.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good. That is 6.5 points, leaving you with 7.5 points.
Wonderful.
Aidan, your turn.
All right, I will take a single match, Nate's corpse, and an intercontinental ballistic missile. I don't really care about living. I just want to send his corpse into the stratosphere and hope that hurts his score.
That'd be fucking awesome.
Sadly, you cannot bring anybody else.
Can you? Okay, fine.
Sorry.
Am I legally a person when I'm dead?
That is a good question. Are you legally?
No, I got a better idea. I can't assume rescue is coming, right?
You cannot assume that rescue is coming.
Can I force rescue to come?
No.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Okay, here's what I got. I would like a letter addressed to the President of the United States, an intercontinental ballistic missile, and a match.
1 match.
Day 1, I will send the letter to the President and warn him that if he does not come get me within 6 hours, I will destroy the White House.
Ooh, that's interesting.
That's bold. I like that a lot.
I hope that ChatGPT understands that. So a letter addressed to the President. What else?
Well, you gotta say what's in the letter.
What's in the letter?
An ultimatum that if he does not come to rescue me from where I am imprisoned within 12 hours, I will light the missile as my final act on this planet.
Ushering the President to rescue Aidan or the White...
Within 12 hours before I die.
Within 12 hours before you die.
Sincerely, Vinky Poo.
I think ChatGPT will.
I get to pick.
You really want me to type a lot?
Yeah, I want to win.
Sincerely, Vinky Poo. Okay, and then an intercontinental
ballistic missile. And a single strike anywhere match.
And a single strike anywhere match.
For lighting the ballistic missile.
For lighting the ballistic missile.
Read me the contents of the letter again.
He has brought a letter addressed to the President, ushering the President to rescue Aidan within 12 hours before you die. Sincerely, Binky.
There's no threat of the missile in the letter, dude.
You didn't say that.
Well, add that. That's like the whole crux of the shit.
Threatening the president if he doesn't save him.
Can I just type it? You don't know what you're doing.
No, I know what I'm doing. I got it.
Okay, well, did you mention the missile is going to hit the White House and blow it the fuck up?
That is so much
To
stuff.
smithereens. You can
That
take
is so much stuff.
You can take. You can.
That's so much stuff.
You can take the Vinky Poo thing out if that helps.
Or else he will
Send the missile into the White House and blow it to smithereens.
Okay, so, brought a letter addressed to the president, ushering the president to rescue Aidan within 12 hours before he dies, threatening the president if he doesn't save him, or else he will send the missile into the White House.
Blowing it to smithereens.
Blowing it...
It can't be an inert missile.
Smithereens. I can't spell for shit right now.
Is it confusing if the letter is the first thing and not the missile?
That's up to ChatGPT.
That's up to me. Change it.
No, but it's up to ChatGPT.
You are not listening to me.
ChatGPT's the one. They're the experts. So.
I thought you were the expert at typing.
Nope.
But you wouldn't let me type.
Nope.
You're a crock of shit, man. If I lose, it's your fault.
Nope.
I was very clear on what I wanted.
All right, so let me add this here. It's gonna be like 2 days. I'm gonna be like, okay, damn. Let's find out. Survival narrative. All right, here we go. Day 1, you wake in a jagged alpine valley. Wind screaming like it resents your very existence. The cold bites immediately. Your tennis shoes are no match for the snow-crusted ground. With no food or shelter, you focus on staying in motion and scouting it for dry wood or shelter. The missile sits cold and silent beside you. Absurd in its uselessness here, you briefly consider using the match to light a signal fire, but hesitate knowing you only get one shot.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't know what I want to do.
Day 2, you survive the first freezing night wrapped in a makeshift bed of pine needles beneath a rock overhang. Your limbs are stiff and you're dizzy from hunger and dehydration. You scoop water from the icy stream with your hands, losing feeling in your fingers almost instantly. You read over your letter again, ridiculous now, a relic of desperation. The missile remains inert and irrelevant. No rescue arrives.
What? I thought...
I guess, yeah, how would you send the letter?
Yeah.
Throw it?
Yeah,
it is really windy.
It is very windy.
Okay, wait. Okay, because I feel like I just got fucked in the throat here. Mention that I am a real...
It's already here.
No, your thing is full of shit.
No.
Okay, you know what? This is a forest. Will you grant me that this forest is just rife with fauna, including character...
I can't change that.
Yes, you can!
No, I can't. The scenario is the scenario. It was given to Nate. If not, Nate would be given a disadvantage.
You can amend mine to have carrier pigeons. That probably won't affect the outcome.
There's a dense population of carrier pigeons in this particular forest.
Yeah, and all of them go straight to the White House.
Yeah. Because they're government drones, right?
Okay, fine. I will add that, but if it does absolutely nothing, I will give you the points for previous. So
here, I'll draft it for you.
Just say, can you also add carrier pigeons to the scenario?
Nope. Hang on. I got it. Okay, let's see here.
Damn, this guy's typing a fucking paragraph. Dear President, I want to kill you.
It's not a want, it's a necessity.
It's a necessity. Alright, you good?
Hang on, I misspelled a few things.
It doesn't matter.
It does.
I misspelled missile a couple times.
Well, that's probably why it didn't fucking work then. Okay.
Alright, do you have it?
So, I'm going to read what I wrote. I implore you to reconsider. After all, there are some crucial details about this forest that you neglected to consider. This forest's densest population of wildlife is a litany of carrier pigeons, all of whom go directly to the White House because birds are obviously government drones. Also, this missile has a fuse like an Acme product from the Roadrunner cartoons, and Aidan is the type of MF to actually light that sumbitch, so don't cross him.
Yeah, that all sounds good.
Yeah.
Hold on, Grammarly is frozen?
Nice.
Alright. Let's see. I feel good about my chance.
Day 1. Aidan wakes with frost on his lashes and menace in his heart. The missile lies beside him like a loyal, unstable dog. His fingers tremble, not from cold, but from the sheer weight of power at his disposal. He straps a letter to a nearby pigeon, whispering, "You know where to go." It flaps off towards Washington, D.C. Mission clear. Day 2. A flock of pigeons circle above like satellites. The White House knows now. Whether they respond out of fear, confusion, or disbelief is unclear. Aidan builds a small signal nest around the missile's fuse using pine needles and attitude. He considers lighting the match just to prove a point. He sleeps with one eye open, hugging the warhead like a body pillow.
Fuck yeah.
Day 3, nothing. No drone strike, no rescue, no reply pigeon. Aidan eats snow for hydration and starts whispering threats to passing squirrels. His single strike anywhere match becomes an object of both worship and dread. The pigeons are beginning to land closer now, as if awaiting orders.
Oh my gosh, I've become the president.
Day 4, Aidan fashions a crown of pine cones and declares himself the high executor of the forest launch protocol. He assembles the pigeons in a semicircle and gives a rousing speech of betrayal, vengeance, and postal treason. Still no rescue. He digs a trench around the missile and mutters, "I am become winter."
Fuck yeah. I'm like the Unabomber.
Day 5, Aidan's match fingers twitch. The fuse is ready. The pigeons shift nervously. In the distance, barely audible, the sound of helicopters? Maybe, maybe not. The forest holds its breath. The sky is too quiet. Day 6, if the president doesn't respond today, he lights it. You know he will. Aidan has been shirtless for 48 hours straight. Body painted with ash and melted snow. Chanting threats to the tree line, he names the missile Constitutional Crisis and writes "to whom it may concern" on its side with pine sap. The pigeons are now wearing tiny aviator sunglasses. Day 7. Day 7. Aidan lights the match. The moment passes, the pigeons scatter in all directions. The sky splits open. Status unknown, survival unconfirmed, history forever changed.
That's gotta count for something.
I will say that is day 7.
I almost did like the cut of my jib as one of my 3 things. I think I just, through sheer force of will, like tripled my odds.
That's impressive.
That's impressive. That is 3.5 points.
What was his original time?
It was also 7.
Oh.
So, yeah. Nate, you have 7.5 points, and Aidan, you have 4.5 points.
Yeah, but I'm also the king of the winter.
Yeah.
You worship one match like it's your life.
And the pigeons have aviator sunglasses.
Yeah, I don't know why it said that.
I love how it matched my freak. That's awesome.
You guys want to do another scenario? Probably.
Yeah.
All right, so here is the scenario. You're deep in the Pacific Northwest backcountry, surrounded by towering firs and dripping moss. It's early fall. Days hover between 65 to 75 degrees, but nights drop to a cold, damp 40 degrees. The ground is soggy, the canopy blocks sunlight, the rain can hit without warning, and everything is wet. Aidan, you will go first. How much am I going to type today, Aidan? Let's find out.
All right. So I'm in the middle of the Pacific Northwest. Constantly damp everywhere.
Yes.
Days are whatever. Nights are kind of chilly a little bit.
Yeah.
This is just like an easy mode of the last game.
Which means you should be able to survive for a while.
So we're in the middle of a forest, right? I will bring... Let's go with a fire suit. I'll go my trusted carrier pigeon with aviator sunglasses sidekick named Johan. And then in parentheses, he saved my fucking life in 06. Comma, he's a real one. And a fiery incendiary device for a gender reveal. And then after that, right, comma, because in theory, Johan could get me water from afar and there would be endless cooked animals to eat after the ensuing forest fire.
Perfect. All right, Aidan.
Well, what about instead of meat, like woodland critters?
Cooked woodland critters.
I want to make sure it heals this.
All right, here we go. Day 1. Aidan awakens beneath the moss-draped giants of the Pacific Northwest. Damp and cold, but very much alive. He assesses his surroundings and contemplates the incendiary device. Gender unknown. Johan perches nearby, silent and judging. With no food or shelter, Aidan bundles into a fire suit to stay warm at night. Rain begins to fall, whispering through the firs like a warning. Day 2. Soggy, hungry, and slipping into mild hypothermia, Aidan sends Johan on a recon mission. The pigeon vanishes through the mist like a tiny feathery war hero. Aidan gathers wet kindling and attempts to dry it under his shirt. Not effective. The fire suit keeps him alive through the night, but barely. He dreams of cooked squirrels and burning woodlands.
Hell yeah.
Day 3. Johan returns with a beak full of wet mushrooms and a glare that says, "This is beneath me." Aidan eats them anyway. Desperate, he stares longingly at the incendiary device, calculating the odds of survival versus cooked meat versus 10 years in federal prison. Rain pours again, soaking everything. The forest remains silent, too silent. Day 4. Aidan cracks. He straps on the fire suit, sends Johan skyward with a prayer, and lights the incendiary device in a mossy clearing. The forest, insulted by his recklessness, goes up like a matchstick cathedral. Smoke clouds the sky. Aidan feasts on the tragic bounty. Roasted rabbit, toasted mushroom, possibly raccoon kebab. Johan returns singed but proud. Day 5. The air is thick with smoke and judgment. Fire rages out of control despite Aidan's efforts to look concerned while wearing a fireproof suit. He eats well, finally warm at night, surrounded by what might be the most illegal barbecue in U.S. history. Helicopters begin circling overhead. Johan starts folding a tiny surrender flag from a leaf. Day 6, Aidan is airlifted out in handcuffs. Johan perched nobly on his shoulder. The forest smolders behind them, now renamed Aidan National Ash Preserve. The pigeon's heroism earns him the Congressional Medal. Aidan survives, but also becomes the reason gender reveal parties are now classified as WMD events.
Weapon of mass destruction events. Hey, that's 20 days!
You did survive!
That's 20 days!
Okay.
Alright? Trust the fucking process.
You did get federal charges.
Who gives a fuck?
Johan does.
He's a real one! You know how much weed we slang? I'll be out in like 2 days.
You'll be out in 2 days.
He fent cuts with the best of them.
Alright, that is a total of 14.5 points. You are in the lead, Aidan.
What can I say? And you said it was impossible. You said I couldn't phone for rescue. Maybe this is my plan all along. A minimum of 10 years, it said. Like, I'll be fine for a while.
Alright, Nate.
Beat that.
Nate, beat that.
A tub of lotion.
Yes!
A tub of lotion. I'll say a half-gallon tub.
Okay, that's enough. That's more than enough.
What about like a medium-sized trough? Would that be allowed?
I don't need that much.
I will say no, because you cannot lift that in a survival setting.
I mean, not if he's covered in it.
Covered in the trough. What?
The lube, idiot.
Oh.
It'd be all slippery.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna bring an unflappable smile.
Yes!
Is there anything that states that it has to be a physical item? I don't believe so.
Maybe I should get like a survival item.
That might be a good idea.
Or, no, I got it. Let's bring like a large container of Flintstone multivitamins.
Would you be fine with 60 count?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, and 60 count.
That's 3 per day. That's more than enough to become God.
Flintstone multivitamins.
Do you care about the variant? Because they have like the sour crystal ones.
They all taste like cancer. I'll just take the regular ones.
Of regular Flintstone multivitamins. All
Do
right.
you have any like guide rails that you want to put in? Because I mentioned the forest fire.
Okay, so let's say the smile expresses my burning lust for life.
Resembles your burning lust for life.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
We'll say that. The multivitamins are to provide necessary nutrients and perhaps get me closer to becoming a godly being.
Yeah, God/superpowers.
Yeah.
Closer to become a superhuman / god.
But I don't like the taste.
But he hates the taste.
Hates is a strong word.
Well, that's what he says.
That just shows that I'm willing to go that far. Like, I'm putting a lot into this, okay? So I want to get a lot out. As far as the lotion goes, if I get really desperate, that's how I'm going to give the Grim Reaper the slip.
Giving the Grim Reaper the slip.
Should it come to it?
Should it come to it?
Because, like, what the fuck's he going to do? He's got all these robes and shit. He's like, fucking get the fuck over here. Yeah, we're going to get by purely on willpower and spite.
But he hates the taste.
But I hate the taste.
All right,
yeah,
here we go.
It can't come without some pain of my own.
I like that it lists out the inventory and the gear is half-gallon of lotion, Grim Reaper repellent, 60 Flintstone multivitamins.
Grim Reaper repellent is
60
crazy.
Flintstone multivitamins, nutritional god pellets, terrible taste, unflappable smile, burning with chaotic vitality.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Let's fucking go.
All right, let's see it.
Day 1, Nate emerges. God damn it. Day 1, Nate emerges from the mist like a man with nothing and everything to lose. His smile slices through the rain like a lighthouse beam powered by raw optimism and borderline delusion. He finds a log, chews a Flintstone vitamin, gags, swears at Fred.
That really caught me off guard.
The The forest offers no warmth, no comfort, just a slow creep of damp cold. He applies a thin coat of lotion to keep the Reaper guessing. Day 2. It rains sideways and everything is soaked, except Nate's grin. He gnaws another vitamin, muttering that greatness never tasted good. The lotion is now more than skincare. It's spiritual armor, anointing him in defiance. He fashions a lean-to out of ferns and pure stubbornness. The forest watches, confused but intrigued. Day 3. Nate begins to feel off. Not weak exactly, just wrong. Like something in his cells is rewriting itself in crayon. That's 6 vitamins down now. Probably too many. He drinks...
What does that mean?
He drinks rainwater pulled in a leaf and hums the Flintstones theme with rage in his throat.
You're gonna grab a Dr. Pepper from the other side of the room.
A squirrel stops, stares, then scampers away, visibly unnerved.
What the hell? What's happening?
You're metamorphosizing. This is your Franz Kafka moment.
So am I actually becoming God, or is it something more sinister?
It's keeping me guessing.
Day 4. Sleep is short and shivery. Nate eats another vitamin, then another, trying to outpace the flavor with destiny. He speaks out loud to the Grim Reaper, taunting him with soft, moisturized hands and the shine of determined madness in his eyes. The woods begin to whisper back. Something shifts. Day 5. He wakes up with moss in his hair and a feeling of invincibility. He's now 20 vitamins deep and sweating confidence.
Oh my god, your dose is getting bigger and bigger.
His smile is no longer just unflappable, it's illegal in 5 states.
No! Which is it the Pacific Northwest? You might get airlifted.
The Reaper shows up at dusk, sees the lotion, the glare, the crunch of multivitamins in Nate's clenched jaw, and just backs away slowly into the mist. Day 6. Nate begins to ascend, or possibly hallucinate, but it feels right. He has transcended the need for warm meals, shelter, or FDA approval. He uses his finger to draw runes in the mud, powered entirely by synthetic strawberry nutrients and emotional resilience.
and
Johan the pigeon flies by overhead, salutes. Nate salutes back. Johan is back.
You're a literal time god. You're going into other timelines. What the fuck? This is crazy.
I didn't just survive. I'm pulling several lives into my own.
You didn't survive. You lived.
Yeah.
Day 7. The vitamins are nearly gone, but Nate has evolved beyond hunger. His smile has its own gravitational pull now. He hears voices in the trees. Tell him he has become a god of endurance, a saint of stubborn fools. The lotion, though running low, is now a symbol of all he has conquered: death, dryness, and defeat.
You damn right.
Day 8. No one knows where Nate went. Some say he walked into the mist and never looked back. Others say he is the mist now. The vitamins remain. One Flintstone left, tucked under a mossy log like an offering. The forest remembers him and grins.
Is that it?
Estimated survival, 7 to 8 days, or eternal myth.
You live forever?
What do we do with that?
I said it's a max of 20, so,
Oh,
10
come
points.
on. That's gotta count for something.
10 points.
Oh my god.
I mean, if we make that the last round, I win anyway.
Now that we're going nuts, I want to keep going. Let's do one more.
Yeah, I think we should cap it off at one more, but we can do another.
Fuck, okay. This is the big leagues.
Okay, give me one moment. I need to copy and paste some, shit, because, ChatGPT is kind of like that.
I can't believe Johan showed up. That's fucking crazy.
Fucking Johan.
You got saluted by somebody with a purple heart. That's fucking wild.
That's the highest honor there is.
Actually.
Ooh, you're in the heart of a Louisiana bayou in late summer, where the air is thick with heat and the constant hum of insects. Daytime temperatures hover around 90 degrees Fahrenheit, with humidity pushing it past unbearable, and nights stay muggy at 75 degrees Fahrenheit.
Kind of like this room.
Yes.
Yeah, it is nasty in here.
I'm getting sweaty.
The ground is muddy. The water is everywhere but undrinkable, and every step risks sinking, slipping, or stirring something with heat. Mosquitoes swarm by the thousands, and gators, snakes, and snapping turtles don't care that you're lost.
This is just Florida.
It's Louisiana.
Oh, yeah.
I could switch it. I could.
It's okay.
No, I think we should do veteran difficulty for this last one.
You make it Florida?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I'll say Florida, and I will also add, there are bees around.
No! There are bees and 30-foot falls from Chinooks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well, in that case, I know what I'm bringing, but what are you bringing?
Okay, so first and foremost, I'm going to bring a pheromone in a bottle. The purpose of this pheromone is to make bees like me. Let's see. I have a small circular glass pane.
Okay.
I use that to reflect the sun into specific locations. This tells the bees where to strike.
Telling the bees where to strike.
And I get miniature cyanide pellets that bees can carry. These are tiny pellets that bees are able to carry around. You could probably have like 300 of them, and that wouldn't even be that much.
Okay, what are you carrying them in?
A cup. Well, I guess the cup is also an item.
How about the corpse of a giant king bee?
I guess I can say in his jean pocket.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? That's fine.
300 miniature cyanide pellets stored in his jean pocket. The pellets are small enough for the bees to carry.
This shit is not gonna work.
All right. Let's fucking go. Day 1. Nate enters the bayou drenched in sweat within minutes. The mosquitoes arrive like a cloud of malice, but soon give space. Bees arrive instead, drawn to the sweet, glistening pheromones now coating his skin. Apparently it was coating his skin.
Yeah, that was the idea.
Gotcha. He holds out the cyanide pellets and watches as they are lifted away by his swarm like tiny glittering warheads. The glass pane catches the sun and he begins training strikes on tree trunks, frogs, and a confused heron. The buzz of death has begun.
No.
Day 2, he wakes under a canopy of moss and buzzing loyalty. The bees, like loyal soldiers, their tiny stingers twitching with anticipation. Using the reflector, he guides a strike onto a nearby snake. Silence, then chaos, then silence again. He eats the cooked meat. Gators begin to keep their distance. How do you cook the meat? I don't know. That's what
With the mirror.
Yeah, with the mirror.
Oh, yeah, with the mirror. Yeah, duh. Day 3. Nate walks barefoot through the mud now, untouchable. A swarm escorts him like a royal procession, and the bayou feels eerily still in his presence. He reflects the sun towards a snapping turtle that got too bold. Strike confirmed.
Man just gets lanced.
The heat doesn't seem to matter anymore. He is glowing with insect-powered hubris. He hasn't had clean water in days, but confidence is hydrating. Day 4, his lips are cracked and thirst claws at his throat. He tries collecting rainwater on leaves, but it's not enough. A bee lands on his face and seems to understand. Soon they begin bringing him dew and droplets from deep flowers. The reflector's glow shines on the distant raccoon. It doesn't make it far.
Jesus.
Day 5, his control is absolute. Gators now give warning growls and leave a berth white as a river. With only half the pellets left, Nate becomes selective. He targets only threats and insolent wildlife. He eats better than most swamp towns. The pheromones are fading, but his legend is rising.
Oh, man. I don't know how this is going to end.
The suspense on this one is really compelling.
Day 6, he feels weak, vitamin deficiency, maybe heat stroke. He chews some bark, sucks moisture from vines, and leans into his bee army for strength, then gather around him at night like a buzzing blanket of warmth. He whispers orders even in dreams. Somewhere in DC, a satellite briefly registers a strange patterned heat signature, moving in unnatural precision.
Oh, shit.
Are you going to get blasted by the EPA?
Day 7, a boat appears in the distance. Airboat, 2 poachers, rifles glinting. Nate smiles and lifts the glass pane. The sun catches it just so. The bees ascend in silence, like thunder held back by wings. What happens next is classified.
Oh, Jesus.
Estimated survival 7 days, and then some. Nate does not merely survive, he establishes sovereignty.
I became God again.
God damn it!
I was so sure that wasn't going to work because I didn't bring my smile.
Wow.
Sunlight.
I didn't bring my smile.
I didn't bring my smile, guys.
Fuck yeah.
If he ever leaves the bayou, he will not be as a man, but as an empire.
Damn. Wow.
I got this shit down.
You have cracked the code. All right, I got to follow that somehow.
That's another 10 points. Let's go.
Boom.
Fucking piece it.
It's kind of annoying how well ChatGPT can write now.
Yeah.
It's fucking good, huh? All right, Aidan, give me your 3 items.
All right.
And I will say, just because Nate is in the lead, if Johan appears, you will win.
Okay.
You guys are 1 for 1 with Johan, so...
How is Johan worth like a full 30
Yeah,
points?
Yeah, he's worth 30 points.
Okay. All right.
We've just decided this now.
No, sorry, guys. We need to make it fair.
No,
I feel it.
I'm okay with that.
But yeah, I will say you cannot mention Johan or pigeons.
Damn it. I will describe these things in greater detail as ideas come to me, but I got the 3 things.
Okay.
Fat beats, sick raps, and a dream.
Okay.
Fat beats that shake the core of the earth. Nay, the very core of the earth.
What?
Sick raps that break walls and build bridges. Or no, build bridges and break down walls.
I was gonna say. Bridges and break down walls. Uh-huh.
And a dream, because at the end of the day, what could possibly be more valuable than that? And then, like, at the end, you could write, like, don't count him out with a bee stinger on a vinyl playing rat. That's stupid.
I'm just gonna leave.
Don't count him out. He's an underground king. He's gonna rule the game one day.
An underground
legend.
He is going to rule the world.
The game.
Sorry. An underground legend, he is going to rule the game one day.
Don't count him out. He's an underground legend. He's going to rule the world one day.
Don't count him out. Okay.
It is important.
I know.
I didn't want to go godly this time. I wanted to give it a bit more of a chance to maybe not work out.
All right, so if Johan is mentioned, that means Aidan's winning.
I accept these terms.
Okay. Gear, fat beats, earth shaking, sick raps, soul mending, and an unbreakable dream. Day 1. Aidan arrives barefoot in spirit, but laced in purpose. The bayou greets him with humility and hostility, but the beats start, deep and resonant, rippling through cypress roots and gator jaws. He raps about resilience, poverty, and hope. Frogs pause to listen. The mosquitoes try him, but the vibe check is too strong. That night, he sleeps to the rhythm of his own breath and distant applause from the trees.
Fuck yeah.
Day 2. With no food and no fire, Aidan feels himself on rhythm and dreams. He walks on mud like it's a stage, slipping, but never falling. A snapping turtle hisses. He freestyles an apology so raw it weeps and crawls away. The heat is brutal, but every verse drops like shade over his soul. He drinks condensation from leaves while rehearsing bars about climate justice and airboats. Day 3. The beatbox echoes through the reeds, bassy, thunderous, spiritual. The bees hover nearby, not stinging, but vibing. He delivers an impromptu set titled Swamp Gospel Volume 1 that brings a heron to tears and causes 2 gators to nod respectfully before retreating.
At least that heron's next of kin is doing okay.
What's with these fucking herons?
It's so funny because I mentioned all the other things, not the heron. I don't mention the heron. He's still hungry, but the dream is lighter than his stomach. He builds a crude shelter with branches and metaphors. Day 4. Rain falls, and Aidan lets it cleanse him, physically and metaphorically. He captures it in a hollowed gourd. He beatbox into existence.
I'm fucking summoning shit.
Or maybe it was a lock. Who's to say? He freestyles about survival, identity, and generational pain, and somewhere deep in the muck, even the ghosts nod along.
Oh.
Ooh.
My ancestors.
The insects back off slightly, respecting the flow. He doesn't just survive, he inspires.
Mm-hmm. Fuck yeah.
Word spreads. The birds call him Little Bayou. I will say that does not count towards Johan.
Hey, the word calls! The word calls!
The raccoons leave snacks at his feet, possibly tribute. His verses have power now, a freestyle about clean water manifests a small spring. He bottles it in hope and sweat.
No.
The air poachers from last week rolled through.
Why are they back but not the fucking bird?
Aidan spits a 16 so venomous it makes one weep and renounce fossil fuels.
Wait, did they kill me? Does that mean they killed me?
We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. You are a myth.
I still need the bird to win.
I will say you do need the bird to win.
Okay.
Day 6, he's thinner, worn, but radiant. The beats keep bumping from somewhere unknown, maybe from the earth itself now. His dream is evolving, less about the game, more about the voice. He wraps vines around his wrists like tour bracelets. Survival is no longer the goal. Legacy is.
Oh.
Day 7, the swamp changes around him, the mist moves to his rhythm, the creatures walk his verses. Aidan stands atop a cypress stump and declares his final spoken word manifesto. Don't count me out, I was never in your system to begin with. The swamp goes quiet, then erupts in applause, leaves rustling bullfrogs, booming bass. Estimated survival, 7 days.
Oh.
7 days, but culturally, you are immortal.
That's true. My legacy lives on. So, rest in power, Little Bayou.
Yeah.
Damn, I guess you just need Flintstone gummies or federal jail time.
Yeah, he has very specific standards.
I think that was my fatal flaw this game, was I actually scared the feds away in this go-around. That's what saved me last time.
Yeah, you scared them away.
Fuck, man. The feds showed up in all 3, and whenever they didn't bail me out, I died. I'm a government shill. This sucks.
I'm gonna say, what does Johan say to Aidan after this loss?
Yeah, like who does Johan fuck with more?
Nate does win, but yeah, who does Johan fuck with more?
That's what really matters here, to be honest.
Aidan or Nate? That is what really matters here.
To be honest. As the temperature climbs, we keep forcing him to type more.
I'm so sweaty.
The real question. Not who survives longer, not who weaponizes bees or redefines rap in a swamp, but where Johan's loyalty lies.
Alright, should we let this decide the game? We already got you winning.
I win. I've won.
Okay, fuck you, man.
Let's weigh the facts. Johan and Aidan. Aidan once burned a national forest with nothing but vibes and a gender reveal bomb.
Damn.
Johan flew through smoke and flame, returned singed but loyal. He saluted Aidan like a war brother. That's not nothing. Aidan sees Johan not as a tool, but as a comrade, a fellow rogue, a real one.
Oh my god, like respects like.
They probably share quiet nights talking about regret and righteous chaos. Johan and Nate. Nate commands bee armies with sun mirrors and poison. He turns forests into fortresses with sheer will and nutritionless vitamins. Johan saluted him too, recognizing a fellow tactician, a man who controls nature like a deity. Nate doesn't just survive, he builds an empire, and Johan, he loves an empire. Verdict: Johan respects Nate. He fights for Nate, but Johan fucks with Aidan.
Fuck, dude. Man,
loyal to Nate, down for Aidan forever.
And yet, at the most crucial moment,
nothing.
I mean, you know what? I'll take it. I guess I lose then.
Yeah, I guess that's a loss.
Yeah. All right, congrats, Nate. You won, I guess.
Yay! What?
Rest in power, little bayou. Johan, I got your back for life. Even in death, we're inseparable. I love you. You're my homie. We've shared countless memories. Some I dare not say. Legends never die.
Man, that's so sad.
Legends never die.
Look at me. He listens to one Clips album and now he thinks he's the shit. God, there was one, Nate, you did. That was the vitamin gummy one was so goddamn funny.
Yeah, and it worked perfectly.
Yeah, holy fuck.
Yeah, I am curious. Did, with the bees, did he survive or no?
It's unknown.
I will say, for the bee one, day 7, it does say what happens next is classified.
I think that means, well, you'd think it mean they died, but like...
You had dominion over that bayou, though. I mean, no, wait. No, you did die, because they're back in my story.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's why I was questioning it.
Oh,
yeah, the poachers are back.
So you didn't kill them. We don't know what happened.
Yeah, we don't know what happened.
Maybe we reached like a mutual agreement, but the government wouldn't like that, and so they just told them that I died.
The bees were vibing to my beats, though.
The bees were vibing to your beats, but sadly...
Your empire might have fallen apart.
That's true, yeah.
But, okay, wait, so does it happen chronologically, or...
It seems like it. Johan showed up in your story.
Yeah, because we were saying that was like an alternate timeline thing, but...
Oh, because you were a time god, that's true.
Yeah, maybe me becoming a time god just messed with everything.
Yeah, maybe you hallucinated Johan the entire time.
So really, all these questions are because you broke space-time.
I think I win.
Yeah, every single timeline, it just says that Nate wins. I don't know how.
Yeah, you beat me in every dimension.
Yeah, winner speech number 2. Boom!
Yeah, I can't come to that.
That'll do it for us, everyone.
Alright, goodbye!
Fuck, I'm so hot. I'm getting out of this room. This room is so fucking humid. See ya. Fuck, it's so fucking hot. I'm opening the door.
Oh, it's so dark.